Hello guys, Peter Hugo told me about a video that details the history of GFRIEND, and I thought I would check it out today. He said that there was a shorter version and then a longer version. I think the shorter version is 38 minutes and the longer version is 53 minutes roughly. So I thought let's just go for the 53-minute one, the extended version. I assume it's just going to have the same as the other one but just some extra bits, so let's go all out. Alright, here we go. I haven't seen this. Curious what it's about. It's by Midnight Theories channel. Yeah. Oh, is this their intro? Midnight Theories. Hey, is this really on Netflix or is this fan-made? I wish it was on Netflix, I would watch it.
Luck is a phenomenon and belief that defines the experience of improbable events, whether they be positive or negative ones. GFRIEND was a girl group that came from an unknown company trying to make a name for themselves in an oversaturated industry. These six girls built their careers from the ground up and managed to become one of the biggest girl groups of their generation. When asked how they were able to achieve this level of success, their CEO simply answered, "Luck is the key." Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories.
Their hard work and talent.
Today we are diving deep into the inspirational story
but
of
luck is
an
an important factor too, true.
But set the bar with their talent and hard work. You may have heard GFRIEND's story echoed a few times on the platform, but you've never heard it like this.
Discovering GFRIEND.
When you hear the name Source Music, big names like GFRIEND and LE SSERAFIM come to mind. But before Source Music gained status and was acquired by HYBE in 2019, one of the largest Korean entertainment companies, they were a small company struggling to support their artists. Source Music was founded in 2009 by CEO Seo Sung-jin. He first started his career in the entertainment industry, working under SM Entertainment from 2000 to 2002. At the company, he managed several big names such as BoA, Shinhwa. While working with Shinhwa, SM CEO Lee Soo-man promoted Seo to a production-related position. However, it didn't last long, as Seo Sung-jin moved to JYP Entertainment. Once again, Seo took a manager position for the singer Byeol. At JYP, Seo had the opportunity to join a project group called M6, a 6-member boy group made up of 6 managers of prominent singers God, Rain, Seven, and more.
Big names.
Their song No Smoking Song on MBC Music Cam and received a positive response from their audience. Seo Sung-jin knew he had more to offer to the world and left JYP and transferred to H2 Entertainment, where he met former Baby Box member Nguyen. Soon after, he left the company and founded Source Music, where he acquired the company's first artist Nguyen to manage her solo career. At this time, Source Music was unable to afford a building, let alone hire enough staff members. That was until CEO Seo Sung-jin was offered a helping hand by one of his close friends he met while working at JYP, producer Bang Si-hyuk. You see, Source Music and Big Hit go way back. With the help of Big Hit CEO Bang Si-hyuk, Source Music was able to run through a small basement in the same building as Big Hit that consisted of 1 practice room, 2 vocal rooms, and the CEO's office.
Small.
Together, Source Music and Big Hit debuted their first girl group Glam in 2012.
Oh, they were together.
Glam was produced by Big Hit and managed by Source Music. However, the girl group was producing unfavorable results. Both companies could not afford the failure of Glam and continued to seek new talent. While trying to find their place in the industry, Source failed time and time again with short-lived groups like 88, Mio, and Eden Beats, but Seo decided to give it one last shot.
Oh
the
my
first
gosh.
member of GFRIEND to join Source Music was Kim So-jung, or better known by her stage name Thuan. Thuan was a former trainee under DSP Media, the home of some of the biggest girl groups in the industry such as Binkle, Kara, April, and my personal favorite, Rainbow. Thuan has always had a passion for music and started taking steps towards her future career early on in her life. She learned the piano, attended a dance academy.
See, that's the thing. Source Music owes their success to GFRIEND, and look how they treated them.
In the 3.5 years she trained under DSP, she was considered a star trainee and appeared in various DSP media content, including Rainbow's To Me. She also trained alongside the future members of co-ed group Card. While at DSP,
she's still friends with them.
Where the company had to postpone several upcoming activities, which included her debut. There were many times where she wanted to give up because the process of debuting was taking too long, and she thought that it was not the right path for her. But thankfully, she persevered. In 2013, Thuan auditioned for Source Music and surprisingly passed with her rapping skills.
She always listens to the main rapper.
This gave her a total of 5 years
19.
as a trainee. In the process of creating GFRIEND, Thuan's stage name was originally PB, which stood for Perfect Body, or BB, which stood for Fine Beauty. She eventually adopted the name Thuan and became GFRIEND's leader. The next to join Source Music was Nguyen, the only member to use her real name. Nguyen was a former Fantasio and Cube trainee that produced groups such as Astro, Wacky Mickey, and 4 Minute, and CLC respectively. From a very young age, Nguyen dreamed of becoming a singer. However, her parents were strongly against the idea. Nguyen is one of the members who spoke very candidly about her rough past to becoming an idol. On an episode of SBS Same Bed, Different Dreams, a son who is going through puberty and a concerned mom were invited on the show. Nguyen shared, "When I was younger, I was hurt when I told my mom I was going to be a singer, and she responded by saying, 'Go into your room and study.' After that, I couldn't say my dream was to become a singer. When people asked me what I wanted to do when you grow up, I lied I wanted to become a nurse. The lack of parent support can be hurtful." The only family member who supported her dream was her older brother, who eventually convinced her parents to let her pursue a path in the music industry.
That's good.
From there, her parents granted her permission to join SOPA, the School of Performing Arts,
This school.
just like many aspiring Korean singers and actors, and eventually landed a spot in Source Music where she debuted as GFRIEND's lead dancer. It is said that as soon as Nguyen joined the company, she and Thuan got along instantly and even exchanged school uniforms to take a picture. The third to join was Hwang Eunbi, better known by her stage name Shinbi, which stood for mystery.
My
Unlike
bias.
her member Nguyen, Shinbi's parents were very supportive of her starting a career in the entertainment
She's
industry
been doing it since
and
she was a
enrolled her
kid.
in a dance academy where she met her future member Eunha. There is also a video clip of elementary age Shinbi dance battling the members of Big Bang.
Serious? Dance battling with Big Bang? She loves Big Bang.
From there,
What a
she
dream.
modeled for children's school uniforms and starred in a children's show called The Fairies in My Arms. As she got older, she trained under Big Hit and Low-End Entertainment before
Hit.
transferring to Source Music, making her trainee period 4 years. Shinbi's past dance experience earned her a spot in GFRIEND as the group main dancer. Kim Ye-won, better known as Omji, was the only member of GFRIEND to be street-casted. One day, Omji was walking on the
Really?
streets when the CEO
Like
spotted her and
Jin from
immediately rushed
BTS.
to his car to bring her business card.
Good
Omji had always
pick.
had a bright future ahead of her. She came from a wealthy family as her father was the CEO of a well-known dentist company. As a result, Omji went to an English preschool, which made her one of the only members who could speak English fluently.
Yes.
Omji
Handy.
passed her audition with flying colors and had one of the shortest training periods out of all the members.
Yeah.
Just like her other members, many stage names were thrown around, but the CEO loved the name Omji, which stood for thumb, as it was the name of a character from one of his favorite mangas titled Alien Team of Fear. Omji expressed that she initially hated the name but wanted to go by a different name, but ultimately,
Well-
her fate was sealed as Omji.
Well,
GFRIEND's
I'm so used to her being Omji.
days after Omji officially made it into Source Music, Chae-yoona, better known as Yuju, joined the company. Yuju has always been multi-talented and destined for stardom. At a young age, Yuju knew she wanted to become a singer and was destined to make her dream a reality. She first started posting covers on YouTube and eventually auditioned on a singing competition show called K-Pop Star, where she failed the first round. Former YG CEO Young Hyun-suk praised her singing skills, but on the other hand, Park Jun-young of JYP said she had a plain and common voice.
This guy?
This was only a small hiccup in her path to becoming a singer. She eventually auditioned for other companies such as Cube and Low-End Entertainment, but eventually found her home at Source Music, where she
Yay.
debuted as the group's main vocalist.
Yay.
At this point, Source Music had already finalized its debut lineup with the addition of 2 other members. One of them was Dia's Jenny, who was in fact in GFRIEND's debut lineup, but terminated her contract with Source Music for unknown reasons. The other member was an unknown trainee. Now that the debut team was finalized, here came the fun part, picking out the group's name. Creating a group name is not an easy task. The general rule of thumb is to never add the number of members in the group name and not to create some weird abbreviation. Basically, don't make it look like a password. Before GFRIEND was GFRIEND,
BTS.
the company had some other names in mind, such as Guardian Angel, Hug Hug, and World Peace. Personally,
World
looking
Peace,
at the
Hug
list,
Hug.
GFRIEND was the best choice, but that's just me. The name GFRIEND contained the double meaning of wanting to be a lovely girlfriend to men and a close girlfriend to women, but also contained the desire to remain with the public forever with good music like a friend who is always with you.
That's a
In
good one.
2016, the group were guests on KBS Cool FM, where they shared, "Our name was given to us by our CEO. After our group name was confirmed as GFRIEND, we felt gloomy for half a day. We felt like the name didn't fit us, and simply the word itself made us cringe. Now that we promote with a strong faith in ourselves, we have grown to embrace our group name." GFRIEND may have not liked their group name. However, a group of music experts, such as music critics,
It's not the name, it's what the name represents.
and record distributors, selected GFRIEND to be the best name for an idol group in 2016. They said, although it's common for idol groups' names to be written in English, GFRIEND seems to be highly appreciated for being a friendly name that is rare in Korea. The fully formed GFRIEND moved into their shared dorms. Just like any group who came from a small agency, the girls had to deal with some poor living conditions that lacked the space to accommodate all the members. On top of this, they had to practice in the basement level of the company. They said that because they practiced for hours in the basement, they never knew if it was day or night. It also made them really sad. At this time, Source Music had only 5 employees and couldn't afford full-time dance and singing instructors,
oh my
so
God.
the girls had to learn by themselves.
Oh my God.
It was also rumored that only 2 of the members received training and had to teach the others.
Wow.
On top of this, the girls were not allowed to use their personal cell phones and were on an extremely restrictive diet.
That's crazy.
In 2018, GFRIEND appeared as a guest on a radio show where Omji shared the members were instructed to not eat a single grain of rice except Thuan. Thuan shared she was the only member who wasn't put on a diet, so she ate whatever she wanted. But after seeing the members only eat salads for every meal, she decided to join them as a supportive leader. GFRIEND were expected to make their debut in October of 2014. They even finished filming their debut music video. However, the date was postponed as the company faced some unexpected challenges. At this time, Source Music's first girl group Glam was slammed with controversy as 2 of the members were involved in the infamous blackmailing scandal that involved actor Lee Byung-hyun. And on top of this, an unknown trainee who was in the debut lineup, referred to as Miss A, had quit GFRIEND right before their debut.
Wow.
Miss A signed a short-term training contract with Source Music in 2013. She received living accommodations and singing and dancing lessons while she was a trainee.
Where did they get all this footage?
Miss A said she wanted to go home and quit, never returning to the agency. Source Music agreed to terminate her contract only if she complied with the penalty of paying twice the amount to Source Music that they invested in her. When Miss A did not pay the penalty, Source Music took legal action in 2014. During the trial, Source Music demanded a total of 55.7 million won, which is close to 43,000 USD. 12.47 million won came from the double of the cost of training education, and 43.22 million won was added for her accommodation rental and delaying the group's debut.
Wow.
Miss A protested that Source Music had an issue with her appearance and excluded her from practice. She was instructed to lose weight, which was impossible to achieve in a short amount of time that she was given, and couldn't follow through with it. The court ruled that because Miss A did not return to practice, she breached her contract and was instructed to pay the double investment by contract. However, she did not have to pay the additional 43.22 million won for delaying the group's debut. Now down to 5 members, Source Music anxiously looked for another vocalist. This was a very difficult time for the members, as their debut was stripped right from under them. However, their luck was soon to change. Chung-eun-bi, better known as Eunha, was the last to join GFRIEND. Eunha was a child actress and model who enjoyed singing and dancing. As her love for music grew, she was enrolled in the same dance academy as Shinbi and became close friends. Eunha continued to pursue a music career in her teens and left acting behind. By the age of 15, she auditioned and trained under Loan Entertainment, not Big Hit. Rumors have spread that Eunha was a Big Hit trainee like Shinbi, but Eunha was never in Big Hit. There was also a Loan promotional poster that included Eunha.
I thought Bank PD
took a short break from training consistently and devoted more time into her studies as recommended by her parents. However, not too long after, Eunha received an unexpected invitation to audition for a vacant spot in an upcoming girl group. Turns out, a Loan employee recommended Eunha to Source Music. The members shared that because there was only one practice room, auditions were usually held there. When an audition was taking place, the remaining members had to either go out and take a walk or wait in one of the vocal rooms until it was over. Omji said that when Eunha auditioned, the members hid in the vocal rooms and were impressed with what they heard. As soon as Eunha passed her auditions, she was officially transferred to Source Music and trained for 2 months, becoming the group's lead vocalist.
2 months.
While re-preparing for their debut, the group was briefly mentored by former Baby Box member Kan Mi-yeon, a first-generation girl group member and former Source Music solo artist, and GFRIEND also met with the members of Orange Caramel, Teen Top, and soloist Boram, who gave them tips for their debut.
I would have loved that.
Now that their final lineup was complete and well prepared, they were ready to take the world by storm.
Cool.
GFRIEND put their training to the test and made their official debut on January 15, 2015 with their first EP, Seasons of Glass. The EP was supported by their lead single Glass Bead, which started their school trilogy.
Classic.
Glass Bead flawlessly captured what would be GFRIEND's signature sound and choreography.
Yep.
Unless you were an avid GFRIEND fan, you would know that Glass Bead was one of the 3 songs picked to debut with. The other 2 were Shy Boy and my personal favorite Monday Blues, that was very reminiscent of second-gen girl group songs and had that tiara sound to it. Like, come on, they even had the cat ears. If you listen to the 2 other songs, they are completely different compared to Glass Bead. The 2 songs that were destined for obscurity finally found their time to shine at GFRIEND's first solo concert in
I enjoyed it.
where the members were separated into 2 units, Hug Hug and World Peace.
That's their alternate names.
Since Thuan joined the company first, she was the first to hear and practice Shy Boy, the debut song, which later switched to Monday Blues, where later additions Omji and Yuju practiced after joining the company. Unha, being the last addition to the group, had no idea the 2 songs even existed until she saw the other members dancing to them. GFRIEND was a refreshing addition in K-pop, evoking the innocence of youth and the pains of growing up and finding love. Of course, cute schoolgirl concepts have been done time and time again. However, the 6-member girl group made it distinctively their own. The group aimed for a subtle bright look with minimal makeup and brought back the classic innocent concept reminiscent of girl groups from the 90s such as SES and Finkel, but as well as second-generation girl group Girls' Generation. When coming up with GFRIEND's concept, the CEO noted while searching internet blogs that nostalgic girl groups from the 90s gave him a general idea for the niche that he and his team were aiming for, since they were already set on casting middle/high school aged girls for the group. Debuts don't necessarily dictate whether a group will become popular. However, GFRIEND established themselves as a force to be reckoned with by topping several charts.
Yay.
The album debuted at number 12 on the GAN Weekly charts, peaked at number 9 on the GAN Album charts, sold 10,000 units, and the MV ranked at number 9 on the top 10 most viewed K-pop videos around the world. Oh, and let's not forget, Billboard named GFRIEND one of the top 5 K-pop artists to watch in 2015.
Ooh.
While their debut looked like a positive experience on the charts, the girls were hit with unexpected criticism far before their debut. When Source Music dropped the members' teaser photos, Shinbi caught much attention for her visuals, as many netizens said she looked like a clone of Jessica from Girls' Generation, also known as SNSD. This put GFRIEND on the fandom's radar, and criticism only amplified after the release of their music video Glass Bead. Solan's Girls' Generation fandom saw similarities between Glass Bead and Girls' Generation's debut song, Into the New World, and began comparing both music videos. While both songs have a few similarities, they were still totally different. They also started to call GFRIEND SNSD ripoffs and SNSD wannabes. The comparisons only continue to extend to other groups such as veteran girl group A-Pink and the freshly debuted Lovelies in April. Despite the constant comparison, GFRIEND released their second EP, Flower Bud, with the lead single Me Gustas Tu on July 23, 2015. Me Gustas Tu is the second song in the group's school series and represents a trip during summer vacation. GFRIEND kept their youthful, bubbly image and stayed consistent with their Power Purity concept. The name Power Purity derived from the image of a bright and lively girl group with sharp and intense choreography.
Definitely.
It was unusual for a girl group with an innocent concept. For this comeback, it was obvious that the group was given a bigger budget. There were several outfit changes and different filming locations. This was thanks to the group's CEO. The entertainment industry is a difficult wall to overcome for a small entertainment company like Source Music. Source Music's CEO was ambitious and determined to make GFRIEND a household name. After the group's debut,
He did a good job with
Jin
that.
mortgaged his house and took out a hefty personal loan from his in-laws with the promise that he would close down Source Music if the comeback was not profitable. Keep in mind, GFRIEND was still considered a new girl group at this time, since they were a group from a relatively unknown company and struggling financially. On the same EP, a title track, My Buddy, named after the group's fandom, was included. This song was intended to be a farewell song for the few fans they had. Each K-pop group has a fan cafe, essentially a message board or forum for idols to interact with their fans. It is said that in the beginning, only 30 people had joined the group's fan cafe, but it basically consisted of the group's family members and company staff.
Oh,
Me
they
Gustas
start
Tu
off
was
so
a huge gamble that paid off.
low, but that doesn't matter.
As time passed, GFRIEND's popularity steadily grew, and the members continued to promote their album on various music shows and festivals. However, one performance in particular accelerated the group's popularity at an unimaginable rate. In September of 2015, GFRIEND attended an event where they were required to perform despite dangerous stage conditions. While performing their latest release, the members suffered repeated falls due to the stage being covered in rainwater. Even before the performance, the members were concerned with the puddles and tried to clear the water from the center of the stage. Me Gustas Tu is already a difficult choreography to perform, but now adding the element of a wet stage was only a disaster waiting to happen. Unable to maintain traction on stage, the members repeatedly fell. Specifically, Yuju suffered the most as she alone fell several times and was left with a number of bruises on her legs.
But
Fans
then
who
she
saw
kept
the
going.
performance expressed outrage at the organizers who allowed the girls to step on stage when it was clearly slippery.
Yeah.
On the other hand, GFRIEND were applauded for the impressive level of professionalism for pushing through the performance. Like their debut song said, "I may seem like a clear glass bead, but I won't break that easily." Days
So
after
appropriate.
the incident, Source Music released a statement. The members tried their best to finish the performance, and despite the poor stage conditions, none of the members who fell were hurt. However, their choreographer Park Jun-hee said otherwise.
넘어지고 뭐
맞아.
8번인가 9번 빗물에서 넘어지는데
유주.
벌떡벌떡 일어나줘가지고 얼마나 막 개인적으로 너무 속상하고 그랬는데 손 막 부러지고 깁스하고 막 이랬었거든요.
The infamous performance was captured through a fan cam posted on YouTube and instantly went viral internationally, breaking 3 million views in a matter of days, and currently
Wow.
sits at over 16 million views as of today. In an episode of Radio Star, Yuju explained the situation in more detail. "We fell, but there were also many swarms of bugs. I hated the feeling of them crunching under my feet. Every time we fell, it felt like a moth was stuck on our legs." She also commented on the internationally viral video. Because of this, we got written about by foreign press. There was an article that said when people watch this clip, everyone will gain self-confidence. GFRIEND members also shared what they learned from those falls. They said, "We didn't become successful because we fell. We became successful because we got back up." GFRIEND became the center of attention with their virality, and Me
It's
Gustas
true.
Tu climbed back up the charts at number 8. When the members became aware of their international popularity from the video, GFRIEND became thankful to the fan who filmed it. To close the chapter on 2015, GFRIEND ended the year with a bang. GFRIEND received their first ever major award for their debut EP, Seasons of Glass, as the Best New Female Artist at the Melon
Yay.
Music Awards. This was only the beginning as the group continued to sweep rookie records left and right between 2015 to early 2016. GFRIEND were also selected by an overwhelming number of votes as the best rookies of 2015
Wow.
among all groups who debuted that year. This title was especially meaningful because they were selected by music experts who directly influenced the music industry, such as music agencies, composers, broadcaster PDs, and music critics. To add to their accolades, they were the only girl group nominated in 2015 for the MTV Europe Music Awards for the Best Korean Act category, alongside boy groups such as B1A4, BTS, GOT7, and VIX. GFRIEND's career kept booming right before everyone's eyes in such a short amount of time. It really looked as if they were destined to succeed. After charming the hearts of the public with Me Gustas Tu, GFRIEND's third EP was much anticipated. On January 25th, 2016, GFRIEND released their third EP titled Snowflake with their best performing single to date, Rough.
Yay, I love Rough.
The single was the final song in the group's school series and represented the end of the school year. Rough became one of the most memorable eras of the group.
I just remember the teddy bear he knocked
The music
down.
video also captivated their fans with their storytelling that was inspired by the anime film The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. The Korean title literally translates to Running Through Time. The reception was phenomenal. The fan cafe gained 10,000 more members and reached 30,000 members in total. At this
Wow.
time, this was the fastest a girl group achieved such a milestone.
Crazy.
While promoting the song, the girls hit another major milestone in their career, won their first ever music show. To make the win even more
Yay.
memorable, Yerin was an MC on the show.
Oh,
Not
I
only
remember
did the group
that.
receive their first ever music win with Rough, but collected a total of 15 wins in multiple triple crowns during
Fantastic.
promotions. This was the second most win for a girl group of all time, the first being A-Pink with 17 wins for their song Love. When the CEO was asked about the group's success with Rough, he said, "Honestly, I'm not too sure why it did so well. I believe that the falling incident really gave us a lot of public exposure." GFRIEND continued to see success with Rough as the song impressively surpassed the 100 million stream mark on the Korean charts, their second song to do so, with Me
That was
Gustas Tu
cool.
being the first. This achievement earned GFRIEND the title of Double 100 Million Streamers. Rough has an overall anime-like feel to it that Source Music felt female fans would find appealing, and since its staff suggested that it is essential to develop a female fan base in order to survive in the long run, they decided to go ahead with promotional activities for the song. GFRIEND not only grew a massive female fandom, but they were well known for having a diverse fan base across gender and age. Just look at their 2016 Dream concert performance where they performed their school trilogy mashup. You've already heard of Black Oceans, where fandoms from other groups turn off their light sticks to protest/boycott a group. But here, GFRIEND received a Rainbow Ocean.
So cool. Why would they do a blackout? That's kind of rude, isn't it?
And yes, this happened on more than one occasion. GFRIEND stole the hearts of every group's fandom in the audience, a huge feat for a rookie group. While the members continued to promote and do activities, GFRIEND were invited to perform at a water park. This specific performance earned GFRIEND another viral moment, as the girls performed flawlessly in the rain. While it was already lightly raining before their performance began, it only got worse before suddenly becoming a downpour closer to the end of their set list. GFRIEND powered through and continued to perform all 4 songs. Netizens once again applauded their professionalism and only made the public love them more. GFRIEND continued to see success with their mini-album Snowflake, as it had brought in enough revenue from their previous albums that the company was finally able to acquire the first floor of the building, but still kept the basement level for the practice rooms. Source also used the money to make some improvements and renovations to the building. When asked if the company had treated them any differently after the success, the girls shook their heads in response and said nothing changed. If anything, the agency became tougher so that the group could achieve greater results. As GFRIEND became more prominent in the industry, they were in higher demand and had various opportunities to collaborate with other artists.
That's cool though.
In May, GFRIEND and BTS were selected as ambassadors for the second annual Family Love Day campaign,
I remember
sponsored by the Korean
Wednesday
National Council
Family
on Social Welfare.
That's
the campaign aimed to encourage citizens to establish stronger family bonds, designating Wednesday as a day that families could set aside to spend much-needed quality time together.
So cool.
With this collaboration, fans received this banger of a song. In June, an announcement was made that GFRIEND would star alongside Mamamoo in a new season of Showtime, a program that documents the group's daily lives as they
this is funny.
together. GFRIEND's careers continue to soar with their first studio album, LOL. GFRIEND graduated from their school concept and entered a new era with Navarella.
Oh, another good one.
Navarella gave the girls more individual styles, but was still consistent with their matching uniform concept. What was great about this era was the members always looked like they were enjoying themselves, showing their personalities, and the songs fit them perfectly. Just like their fashion styles were changing in subtle ways, the song also incorporated fresh sounds that complemented GFRIEND's solid vocals. To commemorate the release of their first studio album, GFRIEND held a showcase where they performed all the songs off their album. They also expressed that they had never expected to have 4 consecutive hit songs and were actually nervous about releasing the single. Because GFRIEND had released 3 songs that did unprecedentedly well in the charts, there was pressure to outdo themselves each comeback. When GFRIEND were asked about their impression of Navarella, they initially had reservations about the song and worried if it would do well compared to their previous singles. The album accumulated more than 60,000 pre-orders worldwide, while the song won 14 wins, achieving the record for the most number of awards won on a music show in 2016. From the beginning, GFRIEND established what would be their signature sound and image, but some netizens felt like it was starting to get repetitive. When GFRIEND were asked what their opinion was, Thuan responded positively. I think we like that people think that way. It hasn't been 2 years since we debuted, but the very fact that many people can think, this feels like GFRIEND, or this sounds just like a GFRIEND song.
That's cool.
So I think we're actually happier that people think that way.
They have a style.
Within a short time span, GFRIEND cemented themselves as one of the biggest third-gen girl groups. This is no easy feat, especially for an artist outside of the big 3. A lot of people like to downplay GFRIEND's choreography to seem simple and easy, but it's everything but that. GFRIEND are known for having some of the sharpest, synchronized, polished, and complex choreography out of most K-pop groups, and yes, that includes boy groups. They are also well known for pulling off these complex dance moves at double the speed and blindfolded.
Incredible, incredible. That's so crazy that they can do this. You know what I was thinking? It is like kind of like fate that that other girl left and then Eunha joined. It's like the perfect fit.
The mother of the power innocent concept. Park is well loved by GFRIEND and vice versa. She has worked with GFRIEND since the beginning, being one of their biggest supporters.
Image change.
GFRIEND continued to show that they were a girl group still on the rise, with their much anticipated fourth EP, The Awakening. The group reached new personal bests, surpassing 100,000 pre-orders, breaking their previous record of 60,000 for their studio album LOL. As much as we love GFRIEND for their powerful, innocent image, this concept isn't sustainable. During the showcase for Navarella, Unha teased fans by saying sexy was their future, and they delivered this with their new single.
I love it, I love it. Evolving.
The Awakening teased the arrival of change. GFRIEND
Wow.
their school uniforms,
She looks so cute there.
inspired attire, and entered an
Oh,
interstellar
they look
battle
good.
royale with the album single Fingertip. Fingertip divided fans for its funky synth-pop track and fierce concept. While musical growth and expanding their discography is usually a good thing, Fingertip underperformed for GFRIEND standards. It may have taken the public a slow time to warm up to their concept shift, but it didn't stop fans from selling out the group's first fan meeting, Dear Buddy. The group also unveiled their first official light stick, called the Glass Marble Stick, a callback to the roots referring to both GFRIEND's debut song and the shape of the bowl. After Fingertip promotions, Source Music realized Girl Crush wasn't in the cards for GFRIEND, or not just yet, and reverted back to their original concept. As the saying goes, if it's not broken, don't fix it. The group continued to pump out hit songs
Like with the water.
Love Whisper off their 5th EP Parallel and Summer Rain off their first repackaged album Rainbow. GFRIEND went back to basics with Love Whisper, an energetic song with a lovely melody tailor-made for the summer. For this song, the group worked with BTS's choreographer. He was able to make GFRIEND's already intense choreography much more difficult. The music video hit close to 8 million views in 24 hours, won 4 music show wins, and top real-time charts in Korea. The showcase also sold out in 30 seconds, proving how strong their ticketing power is. The following month, GFRIEND released Summer Rain off their repackaged album.
Yeah, so many nice songs. Summer Rain is a sweet track that expresses the delicate emotions of someone in love. The lyrics compare love to summer rain, calling it beautiful yet unpredictable. At the end of the year, GFRIEND were crowned the Best Korean Act in 2017 at the MTV Europe Music Awards, the same category they were nominated for in 2015. While enjoying their popularity, many music experts question if GFRIEND can translate their success in other countries. This came at a time where Source Music was already in the talks with overseas agencies to handle GFRIEND's international promotions. In early 2018, the group started their year with their first solo concert, Seasons of GFRIEND, and were set to embark on the challenge of overseas promotions in Japan. It was really good.
King Records. While preparing for their first solo concert, Source Music revealed the group's new official tour merch. Amongst their more conventional items like posters, pickets, and umbrellas, fans noticed one piece of merch that sparked a bit of controversy. In a post, life-size body pillows with the members printed on them were listed for sale. The life-size pillows were priced at 60,000 won, approximately $56 each. Voiced their concerns that the pillows reminded them of Japanese dakimakuras or love pillows that usually depict animated characters or spicy actresses in suggestive poses. Naturally, many buddies were concerned and extremely upset as they felt the item didn't represent the girl group's pure and cute image and could potentially ruin their image as K-pop idols. Fans called for a boycott of Source Music, claiming the company was sexualizing the group members. Source Music immediately responded to the backlash and announced that they decided not to sell the pillows. GFRIEND went on to hold their first solo concert, Season of GFRIEND, making yet another personal achievement when their tickets sold out.
I love the speeches at the end, it was so good.
The members had a very fun time performing their songs and greatest hits, but as well, they opened up about their journey to becoming GFRIEND. After their concert, the girls went back on a
Time for the mood night
before returning back to the music scene. On April 30th, 2018, approximately 7 months after their previous release, GFRIEND made their much-anticipated return with their 6th EP, Time for the Moonlight.
So good. So good. Classic.
GFRIEND's newest title track was unanimously picked as a title track by all 6 members. The lyrics express the emotions that come late at night when the person you love comes to mind. The song shows that GFRIEND is maturing and now can portray more complex storylines in both their music and concept. In the second week of promotions, won first place on every music show
Wow.
with the chart system, making GFRIEND the first and only artist to achieve a Grand Slam in 2018. GFRIEND ended their promotions on May 20th, garnering a total of 10 trophies from all 6 music programs. It became the third among the group's lead singles with the most number of music wins, only behind Rough and Navarella. They also became one of the girl groups to have the most appearances on Billboard's World Album Charts, alongside big names such as Girls' Generation and Twice.
Wow.
When the members were asked what they think is the reason for the song's popularity, they responded, "Time for the Moonlight seems to be a song with something that touches your heart when you listen to it. Everyone probably feels different emotions, but we think that many people who like Time for the Moonlight are those who have felt
Stage
something
mix.
while listening to the song. If there are people who haven't felt anything yet, we hope you will listen to it one more time." The members also shared through these promotions they wanted
love
to
the stage
widen the
mix.
music and performance spectrums of GFRIEND. In May, GFRIEND released their Japanese debut album with the Japanese version of Me Gustas Tu. The album peaked at number 10 on the Oricon weekly album charts and officially began the GFRIEND wave in Japan.
Ooh.
The group released their first Japanese single album, Memoria. The
Oh,
song
that was a
debuted
cool
at number
song.
6 on the Oricon
Reminded me
weekly
of
charts
anime.
and 5 on the Billboard Japan weekly top single sales. The song was also promoted in
It's probably in
Korea
Japanese,
with the
yeah.
Korean version. Just in time for summer, the girl group released a music video for Sunny Summer.
Sunny Summer
which
is like one of my
was
favorite
their
GFRIEND
latest
songs.
mini-album
It's so
with the
good.
same name.
It's so great. I love it.
The
It's just
music
a happy
video features
song.
the members of GFRIEND enjoying their time in the summer, while their song lyrics are filled with cute puns that incorporate the members' names. With this single, netizens compared Sunny Summer to Sistar, who are well known as the Queens of Summer for putting out hit songs perfect for the summertime. Now that Sistar disbanded, GFRIEND replied, "Please don't say that we will take their place or replace them. GFRIEND is not a group that takes titles from others." In
Aw,
2019,
that's
GFRIEND brought
nice.
us Sunrise off their second studio album Time For Us, Fever off their 7th EP Fever Seasons, and Fallen Light off of their first Japanese studio album.
Fallen Light, I
Each
remember
single
that.
showing GFRIEND's growth and maturity, entering a new sophisticated era. Once again, GFRIEND topped the charts with Sunrise and made it a
Sunrise.
memorable one as the song reached number 1 on their anniversary. For their Fever era, GFRIEND came back with their signature sharp choreography and went for a more trendy concept that was popular in the scene at the time. The group continued to take home music show awards and even swept some major awards at the end of the year award shows.
Hive transition. I was initially excited by this, but then
GFRIEND and
not
Source Music
anymore.
made major headlines.
Because I thought,
Big Hit, now known as
oh,
Hive
they'll be in the same
Corporations,
company as
acquired Source
BTS,
Music.
and then
You know, that small company that produced global phenomena BTS and TXT. Just like Source Music, Big Hit had a similar story. Fairly small entertainment company just trying to make a name for themselves. However, now with their success, power, and money to back them up, Big Hit reorganized the system and became one of the biggest entertainment giants in South Korea. Now with a little extra pocket change, Big Hit went on a shopping spree and bought several companies, Source Music being one of them. Although Hive now owns Source Music, they still kept the majority of their original staff and executives to maintain the label's unique color and independence. To refresh your memory, the two CEOs are very good friends and once created the girl group Glam in 2012. Big Hit Entertainment's founder, Pang Shi-hyuk, remarked, "Big Hit and Source Music ended up merging because they shared similar philosophies about the development and management of their artists. Because the two companies know each other very well, I expect this acquisition will be successful."
I
At
like
this time,
the whole
Hive had
thing
no female artists under its roster.
until-
After the Glam scandal, Big Hit chose to no longer create girl groups, focus solely on boy groups. Having GFRIEND under the Hive name was a big deal to say the least. Fans believe that now that GFRIEND was under one of the biggest labels in the K-pop industry, their reach would only expand from here.
It
From
was
here
good for a
on,
while.
GFRIEND released Crossroads, Apple, and Mago to start off a new trilogy. GFRIEND's 8th EP,
It
Labyrinth,
was really good for
marked the
exposure.
group's first comeback since the acquisition of Source Music, and the first part in their new trilogy. On February 3rd, GFRIEND held a press conference to mark the release of their new mini-album. At the event, the members received questions on any changes or new experiences they've had since working under the Hive label. As expected for a girl group under a major label, GFRIEND received a total upgrade in their dorms. As for their
Nice.
music, since the conception
And I
of
did
GFRIEND,
Memoria,
Bang
that was a
Shi-hyuk
nice series.
has always been one of their biggest supporters. So for this album, Bang PD participated in writing the lyrics and producing the album, along with big hit producers and visual producers helped
That's
with
cool.
Labyrinth and
It
their
did
lead
incre-
single
the
Crossroads
production
photos
value
and
did
videos.
improve.
So once stated, we haven't met Pang Shi-hyuk yet, but he shared kind words with us through his agency staff. He said GFRIEND has an irreplaceable charm that only GFRIEND has, and I hope we can create more content that highlights that charm. He also said he would continue to support us both materially and monetarily. It gives us a lot of strength and motivated us to work harder. The album Labyrinth tells the story of growing up
I like
into
Labyrinth, that
adulthood
sounded
and
really good.
struggling to figure out how to move forward. The album contains complicated feelings and stories that GFRIEND wanted to tell their fans as they leave their innocent days behind. On February 3rd, GFRIEND released their music video Crossroads.
Ooh.
GFRIEND wowed the public with their signature sound and powerful choreography by creating an unforgettable performance that only they could do. Crossroads is a dance track with a powerful string sound and synth. The lyrics tell the story of a person feeling like they're at a crossroads when they have to make a choice, thinking about whether they will stay there or pick a direction and go forward. On February 10th, the Hangul charts announced that GFRIEND had achieved their highest first week sales to date. According to the charts, the album sold over 53,000 copies in the week of its release, beating their personal record set by the girl group's previous album, Fever Season. Additionally, the album sold over 29,000 copies on the first day of its release, marking GFRIEND's highest first-day sales since their debut in 2015. GFRIEND took 7 awards for Crossroads, making their total music show wins thus far 64. After another successful comeback, GFRIEND released their 9th EP, Song of the Sirens, supported by their title track Apple, that was co-produced by Park Ji-hyuk alongside other big hit producers. Notably, GFRIEND members Eunha and Yuju are also both credited as contributors to the song. Apple draws inspiration from Snow White and the infamous poison apple. GFRIEND indeed has had many mesmerizing concepts, but this era was their most polarizing yet, and the best of their dramatic, glamorous looks. They took the somber, mystifying concept up a notch with their velvet outfits, thigh-high slits, and dark makeup. In this story, GFRIEND turns to the dark side by portraying witches. This drastic change adds a new dimension to their discography, showing how GFRIEND can push their boundaries and move out of their comfort zone with ease. When asked why they decided to undergo such a dramatic transformation for their comeback, Thuan said, "We've been thinking about the need for change for a while. Although we've continued to grow and change till now, we didn't want small change this time. We wanted something that people would feel new from us." In the process of us and our agency talking about a new album, we all agreed that it was time for change. We have been worried about how this new look might surprise our fans, but we worked hard because we want to show we're a team with various different sides to us. GFRIEND has always been open-minded about the idea of change, not only in appearance, but with their participation in the music-making process. In addition to the title track Apple, which was co-written and co-produced by Eunha and Yuju, the two alongside Eumji also contributed.
I love her with the red hair.
Cards. Eumji and Yuju also co-wrote the second track, Eye of the Storm. Yuju opened up about the song, which is about not losing oneself even when things get busy. She explained it's a song based off a diary entry she wrote 3 or 4 years ago that was titled Time of the Eye of the Hurricane. She wrote the diary entry when she was really busy and feeling a lot of pressure. In an interview with Elle magazine, they talked about how the group discussed with the staff about music, including thoughts about their past, present, and future of the group. The song was mainly inspired by the ups and downs of their lives. Just as usual, GFRIEND took home 3 music shows
Just as usual.
Apple, and the album itself
They win a lot.
on the Gun
It's great.
charts. At the end of the year, GFRIEND released their 3rd studio album, Walpurgis Night, which included their lead single Margot.
Margot, love it. It's one of my favorite songs. It is so good. Well, if that's the last song that they had as GFRIEND, with Source, it was a good way to go. It was such a good song.
Many were overjoyed to read that Walpurgis Night is a German holiday where bonfires are lit to symbolize warding off evil spirits and witches. Many fans believed that GFRIEND would go for an even darker look, maybe even include a satanic ritual. However, their title track was anything but that. Mango is a dazzling retro gem of a song.
It is great. Oh my god, so fun.
Which is a stark contrast from their past melancholic concepts. The song is about becoming in charge of your own life and was written by several writers such as Park Ji-hyuk, Eunha, Yuju, and
he helped write it
as well as
too.
several other artists. Member Yuju was also able to shine this comeback by showing off her pole dancing skills.
Yes.
The title track came out at a time when the disco trend was prominent in K-pop, and more specifically for groups under the HYBE label. GFRIEND were aware of this and hoped that Mango would be such a hit that they would become the frontrunners of this concept. The album also ended their new trilogy, which tells the story of a young girl who becomes a witch. After numerous decisions and temptations, she finally becomes able to look at herself through her own perspective, rather than through the views of others.
That is awesome.
To explain, the album is like a parfait that harmoniously combines everything together. It contains a wide variety of genres. Nguyen compared this album to an extravagant end-of-the-year party, while Yuju described it as fireworks. Just like their 9th EP, Song of the Sirens, the members participated in all aspects of the album, from song production, concept, and overall design. They also included unit tracks for the first time since their debut.
Oh, Secret Diary.
Secret Diary, while Thuan and Umji teamed up for Better Me.
I like that one as well.
And had duetted on Night Drive.
Oh, they're all good.
Walpurgis Night won over the public and had an overall positive response. Beat Per Minute called Walpurgis Night a bold, vibrant, and occasionally experimental album that finds GFRIEND
so
the
good.
melancholy of their previous 2 albums. With Mago,
I know a lot of
GFRIEND
people
music show wins,
really
and the
liked.
album peaked at number 3 on
My
the
friends
music
that
charts.
didn't really know much about GFRIEND really liked this.
GFRIEND took a break after Mago promotions, but fans were excited to see what the next chapter of GFRIEND looked like. On May 18th, 2021, GFRIEND made one of their last updates. What was expected to be a comeback announcement was actually a goodbye. On the official GFRIEND Weverse account, the group released a statement that their contract would end on May 22nd, 2021. Source Music side continued to announce the cancellation and refund procedures for various GFRIEND events. The next day, on May 19th, GFRIEND members each posted a handwritten note on their Weverse community apologizing for the sudden news and thanking their fans for their support. There was not much else said, which left a sour taste in their fans' mouths. Fans were upset with the sudden news and demanded Source Music to give a detailed explanation.
It's the whole suddenness and the fact that they couldn't really say what happened and stuff that is the problem.
A day before the announcement, a news agency, 10 Asia, reported GFRIEND may possibly disband due to failed contract negotiations. GFRIEND's disbandment announcement was revealed the next day. It officially happened on May 22, 2021. In April, it was reported that GFRIEND would return with a mini-album. In the same report, it was noted that GFRIEND was scheduled to have a new contract in the 4th financial quarter of 2021, somewhere between October and December. The report was made by Merit Security.
Must have been a bad contract they offered them.
The table is in fact a comeback prediction, made through an analysis of past trends. It is not an official schedule. Many pointed out that several GFRIEND members mentioned in a live stream a week prior to the 18th that the members often mentioned that they were actively practicing. Just the night before, Yuju had made a post stating that she had visited the practice room. A Twitter user further uploaded a clip with GFRIEND Thuan and Yuju, who held a live stream on May 13, 2021. In it, they talked about changing their signature for their next album signing.
옛날 사인은 되게 이렇게 동글동글 이렇게 했다요?
근데
옛날에
이게,
이렇게 하고.
근데 이게 여러분 어떻게 할 수가 없는 게 저희가 이제 컴백하면은 사인을
몇 천 장을 하죠.
몇 천 장을 해요.
맞아요.
근데
There has always been a huge mystery as to why GFRIEND disbanded. Sure, contract issues were probably the biggest factor, but something just fell off with how abruptly the group dissolved. The group had always been massively successful, putting out consecutive hits, and many fans claimed that they hadn't even reached their peak yet. Turns out, the fans weren't the only ones stunned by the group's outcome. In 2022, the former members of GFRIEND started to speak out about the disbandment process, and fans were finally able to get a clear picture as to why
What
GFRIEND
happened?
ended. Shinbi was one of the first to speak candidly about the situation. On an episode of Scan VVs, Shinbi confessed that she didn't know that Mago would be their last song together. She explained that GFRIEND had gone through a really tough time before the official announcement for their disbandment, sharing,
Look at that stage mix. Hold on, go back.
GFRIEND won't be on an episode of Scan VVs. Shinbi confessed that she didn't know that Mago would be their last song together. She explained that GFRIEND had gone through a really tough time before
That looks crazy.
for their disbandment, sharing, "We didn't know how to tell our fans we won't be promoting
That's the
as a
hardest
group
part.
anymore. GFRIEND won't be renewing our contracts. We weren't allowed to tell fans first before the company's announcement. So if you watch our V-Live broadcast from about a month before the news, the members will suddenly start crying in the middle. There are clips of the members crying while watching videos of our fans cheering us on. We cried so much beforehand that I thought we wouldn't cry on the day the news articles about our disbandment were published, since we already cried so much. And when we also
What is this stage mix?
we
It's
also
so good.
left our rooms crying at the same time, with tears running down our faces, even though I thought we wouldn't cry. Last year, we didn't show it in front of our fans, and we didn't show it during broadcasts, but it was really tough year for all of us. I never imagined that I could cry so much during 1 year.
Wow.
I think I cried enough tears for an
Why
entire
was it so hard
lifetime
for
last
them?
year.
What was the company doing
Different
to them?
former leader Thuan also echoed the same sentiments as Sunbi in an interview with Big Issue magazine. First of all, the other GFRIEND members and I didn't think the group as disbanded, but it is true that it was hard for me to accept the news. Because the news was so sudden, I'd always thought that I wanted to become an actress and start acting someday, but I never imagined that that time would be now. As we parted, I struggled a lot emotionally. But since I have to keep on living and forging a new path, I couldn't just keep struggling. But of course, I took quite a long time for
This stage mix is beyond.
reality. Now that it's been nearly a year, so the members have all accepted it and are adjusting to the new situation. To be honest, I think I'm the one who's had the hardest time adjusting.
Who's
Both Someone and
Amji?
Shinbi expressed how saddened they were to hear GFRIEND were dissolving.
Oh, Someone.
This further
She's the one that was an
proved
actress.
by fans that there was more to the story that Source Music / Hybe were trying to hide. It's been pointed out that Source Music accumulated $25.7 million in debt, according to Hybe's 2020 financial reports, and owed $6.6 million a Big Hit. Was GFRIEND disbanded because they were not performing as well as expected? Or was the agency trying to make room and use all their resources on Source's new girl group? There isn't a satisfying answer, and we still may never know what exactly happened unless the former members continue to speak out. Through a report, it was also revealed that Source Music had applied for a trademark for the word GFRIEND.
Ugh.
On March 11, 2021.
Why would they
fans were
do
confused
that?
as to why the trademark was applied for when the group disbanded 2 months later. However, the trademark has since been rejected. Some keen fans have also noted that the application were made multiple times. According to the Korean Intellectual Property Protection Agency, the first reason for the rejection was the trademark GFRIEND is identical to the English name for the 6-member South Korean girl group GFRIEND and cannot be trademarked. The second reason for rejection, the trademark GFRIEND is directly affiliated with the 6-member South Korean girl group GFRIEND, noticeably identifiable by general consumers, and thus the use of the trademark by the applicant for the product by the applicant for product use can cause misconceptions, raising the potential for the deception of consumers. As a result, GFRIEND members Soan, Yerin, Nha, Yuju, Shinbi, and Omji can continue to use the name GFRIEND
Really?
in any form, including if they wish to reunite and release an album
I didn't
or
know
a
that.
team on TV broadcast. Many netizens are now applauding the KOIPA's decision and are celebrating the victory for GFRIEND and
That
their
is so
fans.
good. I didn't know that. Well, we know where they are.
6 months after their disbandment, GFRIEND made one final performance as wedding singers for their
Oh,
stylist.
beautiful. So good.
Several videos from all different angles were posted as the 6 members sang their second single, Me Gustas Tu. The song was a rush of nostalgia for the members, especially Yerin, who couldn't help but wipe away her flowing tears.
Oh, she's always crying.
It wasn't just Yerin and the members who felt the massive wave of emotions, but buddies also expressed the same sentiment. It was a very special moment for the fandom to see them perform together, but also to hear the group introduce themselves as GFRIEND one last time. Although we wish we could see more of GFRIEND, they are on to new beginnings and bigger adventures. On June 16, 2021, Yerin signed with Sublime Artist Agency.
Seems like a good company. Oh, Aria, I love that album.
Debuted as a soloist with her debut album, Aria.
I love it. I love it. This song and
On August 1st,
There's another one on-
2021, Soan signed an exclusive contract with BI and Alice's agency, IOK Company, as
Cool.
an actress and is now going by her legal name, Kim So-jung. It was also
You mean
revealed that she would
actress
be the
now.
main actress for an upcoming film drama series, Chilling Together, with Chan-woo from iKON as the main actor. A drama version for the film would also air on various OTT platforms after the film's release. However, it seems as if Soan has recently ended her contract with the company,
Really?
as she is no longer featured on the artist list under their website and is
Oh.
no longer followed by the company's IG account.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
looks like Soan only signed a 1-year contract to test the waters and is probably in the talks with some new agencies. Fans hope that she will sign with BPM, Vivi's company, to reunite with her former
Please.
members, but we'll just have to
Can
wait
you
and see.
imagine that?
On
4 of the
September
members
1st,
together?
2021, Yuju joined Connect Entertainment.
Is that
signed
why
with the
she-
company. On January 18th, 2021, Yuju made her solo debut with Play off her first mini album, Rep. She also recently released Evening on July 28th, which features Big Naughty. As for the remaining 3 members, Shinbi, Nha, and Omji,
Like-
they signed with BPM Entertainment. The group debuted as VVs on February 9th, 2022.
Oh my god,
with
I
their
love
single
BPG.
Bob Bob off their first EP, Beam of Prism.
Their comeback is coming back at the end of the month, which is soon. Like a week.
even after GFRIEND's activities ended and went their separate ways, the members of BB still consider Thuan as their leader. They believe all the members will get back together one day, so there is no need to choose another leader. They have since released a second single titled Love Aid and participated on the competition show Queendom 2, placing 3rd overall.
That's pretty good.
GFRIEND show the world that if you have the passion, talent, and work hard enough, then you can make your dream come true no matter where you start from. Hopefully we get to see GFRIEND shine together as 6 someday, but until then, I wish them all the love and support. And with that being said, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.
Oh, that was a great video. Aww. I learned some things that were really cool. I didn't realize like someone has left that company that she was with, the acting one. I don't know what her plan is, but imagine if she signs with BPM, like even just like to be in the same company and still do acting or whatever, but be in the same company, because the company sounds really awesome. But what if she joined BBG, like and they could use the name GFRIEND because they are GFRIEND now, like they Hive or whoever or Source doesn't own the trademark. I didn't know that either. I thought that they couldn't use that name, but they got rejected. The company got rejected from trademarking it. Good. Anyways, that was a really good video, and I'm really hopeful. Like, it would be really cool if they all got back together. That would be awesome. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you soon for BBG's comeback very soon. Bye.